You know what's funny? I had every intention of this episode being an open format Q&A where you guys could literally pick my brain about anything, and not one question came through. And normally I would be a little salty and be like, what are the girls doing? But I am so grateful at the same time because it is allowing me to share something that happened to me quite literally an hour ago. Okay, so today we're going to be talking about the value of having a one on one coach. And that's because I just finished going through my first one on one mindset coaching session with my coach, Christina Kelly. And wow, it's given me a completely new appreciation and perspective on the value of having a coach. So before you roll your eyes and tune out, just know low key, the reason we're doing this episode is because you didn't ask me a question. So if you're not following me on Instagram, hop to it. Now, with that being said, let me share with you the value of having a coach. There are three key things that I really find the most value in. First is the vision, second is the reflection, and third is the direction. So, by definition, vision, right, is the ability to think about or plan the future with imagination or wisdom. That's one thing. But vision is also a point of view, it's a perspective. Having my session with my coach just gave me a completely new perspective on the last year of my life, which we'll delve into in a moment. But I am so grateful that I had somebody see me and also see where I'm headed. I'm so grateful I had someone acknowledge what I went through, but also hold space for where I'm going to. You get what I'm saying? And that's the first value of having a coach. The second value in having a coach is reflection. And by definition, reflection is all about serious thought or consideration. So, as I was going through my session, I noticed that she was reflecting different things back to me and saying, well, is this how, you said these words. Now, what do those mean to you? And sometimes, I don't know if y'all know this, but sometimes I just be talking and I'm not really thinking about what the words mean. As I've been shifting and going through this internal identity shift as of late, I haven't spent a lot of time thinking about words like confidence and why they're resonating, or words like dynamic and why that's resonating, or words like power and why that's resonating. I just haven't. But she stopped me in the midst of it all. Actually, she let me finish my sentence, and then she said, "What do those feel like to you? Why are those words coming through?" And I was like, I don't know. And then I would just free flow and respond. Which brings me to the last value of having a coach, which is direction. By definition, direction is the management or guidance of someone or something. And as my coach, she knows I have really big, ambitious dreams. She also knows that I'm a deep thinker. And so at the end of our session, she said a few things that stood out. And one of the things she said to me was one, vision related, two, reflective of what I had been through in the last year, and three, she obviously gave me some actions and exercises to implement. So I want to talk about this for a second. At the end of our session, she said to me, Barry, it seems like your last year was a year of your cocoon. And now, because you're feeling so powerful and dynamic and confident, you're really in your butterfly state. And I sat with that and I just smiled. And I smiled so much because I never thought about the storm that I went through in 2022. I never thought about the trials and errors that I had gone through in 2022 as a cocoon. So when we wrapped our session, you guys, I did what only I knew to do. I looked into a cocoon. And what I found is that one, A butterfly doesn't go through a cocoon. It goes through a chrysalis. So cocoons are for moths, chrysalis are for butterflies. However, a caterpillar literally turns to soup. It literally boils down completely before it rebuilds itself. And if ever I could think about the feelings that I had last year as I was going through so much in my life, it was that. Y'all, I felt like I hit rock bottom. I felt like I constantly was like just breaking down everywhere I turned. But you know what's so incredible? That a caterpillar has something called an enzyme that allows it to rebuild into a butterfly. And when I think about myself and I think about all of the things that like really were sent to break me down, there was one thing that kept me rising. And that's purpose, which is my enzyme, right? It was this feeling and this sense of knowing that like I am worthy. I am powerful. I am dynamic. I am confident. But in those moments, although I didn't feel it, what was really happening is a rebuilding of who I am. Break it all down, break down what I once was, right? The period girl, to rebuild into a grown woman. And what I love is that oftentimes as individuals, we don't realize that we're born with everything we need to become the best version of ourselves. And my coach had to reflect to me that I have everything that I need to step into this next level of me. And that is the value of having a coach. You know, as I'm kind of sharing this caterpillar situation with you, another thing I learned about caterpillars is during the first 4 days, the caterpillar sabotages itself. Like it literally cuts off his legs. And I could not figure out why last year in my business, I was saying no so much to different things and just being like, I'm not creating this. I'm not doing that. Like, ask me how many times you guys have DM'd me about the book. For whatever reason, I just couldn't produce a book the way that I thought. I've got a document waiting, just waiting for me to self-publish. But I just didn't want to do it. And I thought it was just self-sabotage when really it was like a breakdown for a breakthrough, right? So that's the first couple of days. A few days before a butterfly fully emerges, though, it's almost as if time speeds up, okay? And about 24 hours before the butterfly comes out of its like cocoon or chrysalis in this case, that's when it starts to get the color. Now, I don't know if y'all have noticed this, but I've been really switching things up over on the gram, and I've dropped hints here and there about me cutting my hair too. Not only this, but I have created the best thing I've ever created in my business in terms of a program. And it all happened so much faster than I anticipated. And I'm so grateful because my coach is really what helped me see this. She held a vision. She reflected back to me what was happening. And then she provided me with a little direction. You know, the exercises she gave me, as simple as they are, I'm excited to delve into. Because what I know that means is I'm basically breaking out one of these wings from this old chrysalis. And it's about to go down. Really, like I'm so excited and I hope you are too. But that being said, I just want to come full circle and say that's the value of having a coach. You know, yeah, we can say accountability. Yeah, we could say support. But for me, The value of having a coach is someone that's there to provide perspective, someone that's there to hold a vision when you don't even see it yourself. My God, I am so grateful for her. The value of having a coach is having someone reflect to you things you just didn't realize about yourself, about your behaviors, about your experiences. And the value of having a coach is having someone there that's going to direct you and really guide you as you develop. So, with that being said, I hope that today's episode has been more than supportive to you. I do want to invite you to apply to my signature program. I'm not even going to get into the details with you right now. I'm going to save that for another episode. But head on over to optimizeyourflow.com/program so you can get into it, sis. You know, this program has been a completely new program. Literally, there's nothing from the old OYF in there. And I am so happy and so grateful and so proud. And I absolutely cannot wait to support you on your hormonal balance and optimization journey. As always, I love you and I mean it.